What's up, my friend? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna and I am the Disabled Diva, and I am living life with Charcot Marie Tooth disease type 1B. And today I want to talk to you about fatigue management. Chronic fatigue is something that I experience on a regular basis, and chronic fatigue is something that many people with many chronic illnesses experience. It's just part of our everyday life. It kind of feels like, to me, if you had a dial like on a radio that could go up to 100 and the normal body could get up to a level 100 every day, it kind of feels to me like some days I actually have my dial turned down to like maybe 80, or even on a hard day, maybe 60, which means that my maximum, my 100% has been shifted over and the energy level already starts half depleted. So over time, I am 37 years old. I have taken these last 37 years and learned how to manage my fatigue in some semblance of a routine kind of way. And today I want to share with you the 6 things that are the key players in making sure that I have as much energy as I do. And while, to be clear, my energy still does ebb and flow. I have some really rough days where I just can't, for lack of a better term. And there are days where my 100% is really a 40% of my normal. But in general, I have learned to have a little bit more stamina and a little bit more go-get-em juice, if you will, than I used to. In my 20s, I was super energized, I was super busy, and I was thriving. And then in my late 20s, early 30s, fatigue really started to catch up with me. And now in my late 30s, I'm starting to feel out what works for me and what doesn't in terms of fatigue management. So let's go ahead and jump right in. But before we do, actually, if you are new here, I would love if you hit that subscribe button and joined the Disabled Diva community. And it would really help me out if you hit that like button to let people know that my information is information that you want to see. A couple quick little disclaimers as well. One, I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional. Please, please, please speak with your doctor before implementing any of these things if it feels important to you to do so. Okay? Not a medical professional. Just somebody living with CMT. And thing number 2, just because these things work for me doesn't necessarily mean that they will work in the same capacity for you. You have to be your own science experiment and figure out what works best for you and your body. And thing number 3, none of these things are gonna come as a surprise to you. Okay, let's dive in. So the first thing that is super key, like perhaps the biggest key, the master key, if you will, to managing your chronic fatigue is sleep. I know this is going to come as a shock to nobody, but sleep is so important. And what is more important than the amount of sleep is the quality of your sleep. It is better to get 6 to 7 hours of 100% quality sleep than it is to get 10 hours of, for lack of a better term, crap sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to focus on making sure that you get quality sleep, setting up your atmosphere to be able to aid you in that. I am somebody who needs complete darkness to get her best sleep. I need to feel cozy, but also not get too hot. I have learned that me and my nerves need to sleep in socks and in pants in order for my legs to feel like they don't have to be restless or feel cold, because my brain likes to perceive my legs as cold even if they are warm to the touch. Don't know why, just my lot in life, but I have found that wearing socks and pants helps me personally to feel what I need to feel in order to calm down and sleep. I have also learned that sleeping with earplugs and a sound machine type situation can help prevent me from waking up at random times based on a little noise. This might seem a little diva-ish, but hello, I am the Disabled Diva. But the reality is that knowing what works best for you to help you get quality sleep is super important. Maybe you don't relate to any of the things I just said and you're like, Brianna, I can just sleep and get 100% sleep quality anywhere, anytime, no problem. More power to you. But if you're not getting enough quality sleep, this is where you need to start. You cannot function if your body is not rested. And it can also be expected that your body needs more sleep than other bodies. So making sure that you're getting adequate, high quality sleep is obviously step number 1. Thing number 2 that I do to manage my chronic fatigue is have a different expectation of the daily to-do list. I am a list maker. I love making lists. I have to-do list pads and planners and digital tools on my phone and on my computer. Your girl loves a to-do list. I am the one who will add something that I've already done to the to-do list just to check it off. Are you with me? Can you relate? Leave a little check mark emoji in the comment section down below. However, as I've gotten older and ultimately slowed down a little bit, I have realized that gone are the days of a completely completed to-do list and a long to-do list with the expectation of completion. Instead, I have a different approach to the to-do list. And the primary approach is the ever-going to-do list. I'm allowed to have a to-do list with 25 items on it, but I am not allowed to expect that I'm going to do all of those things in one day. There are some days I might be able to knock 10 of those items off the list. There are other days where I might only be able to knock 3 off of that to-do list. And accepting that fact about myself has made me become a master in prioritization and has freed me from the bondage that is a completed to-do list. Because when you have chronic fatigue, when you don't know how many spoons, spoon theory anybody, you have in a day, it is very hard to set an expectation of a completed to-do list when you don't know how much energy you have to begin with. So, the technique that I use now, other than the running to-do list, is today's top 3. This is where every single day I prioritize the 3 tasks that if nothing else gets done today, I will feel like I've had a 100 out of 100 productive day if these 3 things get done. What's on your top 3 is completely up to you, but having a top 3 gives you a sense of direction. It gives you a goal, and we function better as humans when we have goals in mind, but it frees us from having to do 5 things, 10 things, 25 things in a day and feeling like a failure at the end of the day. When we check off these 3 items and 3 items only, we can say we are done for the day. We have accomplished everything that we need to accomplish, and anything beyond this point is bonus. Let me tell you, when you start to take this approach to your to-do list, your life will change. You will start to feel more energized because all of a sudden you're showing up and getting things done and meeting your expectations, which is major for your self-confidence and your energetics. Thing number 3 that I do to help manage my chronic fatigue is to take breaks throughout the day. It is very, very easy to go, and then find yourself completely depleted. So what I have started doing, much like you have to take focus breaks when you're working on a task, say at work, and the Pomodoro technique is actually really great for this, and it's scientifically proven that taking small breaks throughout a task can actually help you focus better. So can taking breaks physically. So I will do a little bit of grocery shopping, unpacking, and maybe even some prepping. But before I go into something else, I will be like, okay, girlfriend needs a snack and to sit down for a little bit. And I'll sit down, maybe even put my feet up to help with the feet pain or whatever the case may be. Don't worry, a video on pain management is also coming soon. But taking that break, allowing myself, giving myself full permission, guilt-free, to take 10, 15, a half an hour break. Maybe you're somebody that needs to take a nap in the middle of the day. Whatever it is for you, let yourself take the breaks you need in order to have the energy to do the things. Taking breaks is nothing to be ashamed of. For some people, they can't take breaks. For some people, breaks are absolutely essential. For you, it's your job to figure out what camp you're in, and it's not one or the other. There's a whole lot of gray area in between, and it can vary day to day, my friend. It can vary day to day. There are definitely days for me where I wake up feeling fabulous, and I can just go all day, and 9 p.m. happens, and I'm like, man, I did a lot today. And there are other days where I need to take frequent rest breaks because otherwise I would just crash and burn. All of these scenarios are a-okay, and each scenario can be unique to you and unique to every different day. Thing number 4 that I do to manage my chronic fatigue is gonna sound a little counterintuitive, but trust me, it works, and it is daily movement of my body, or almost daily movement of my body. I am that person that goes downstairs and gets on her elliptical machine and moves her body as often as I possibly can, or lifts weights, or goes outside for a walk, weather permitting. Why? Because it is proven that actually taking small movement breaks can give you more energy, not less. And it works for me like a charm. Just today, I'm having a real low energy day today. And especially like even the act of presenting myself on camera and the energy that this actually takes is exhausting. But I went downstairs a couple of hours ago and just did a slow roll 20 minutes on the elliptical. And I actually came upstairs with more energy than I had when I got down there. Movement works. It's great for your emotions, it's great for your hormones, it's great for your blood flow, it's great for your muscles, and it's great for your energy. Whatever small movement breaks or working out looks like to you is fine. Some people working out, moving your body means walking to the end of the driveway and walking back, and that's it, they're spent. And that's okay. For me, it looks different on different days. Some days it's a 20-minute walk, some days it's a 45-minute run on my elliptical machine. Whatever the case may be, you have to figure out what works best for you. Trust me when I say though, that moving your body helps with fatigue. I promise. You just have to start doing it consistently. Along the same lines, thing number 5 that helps me manage my fatigue is nourishing my body with adequate nutrition. I am a wellness coach, so a nutrition certification is in my history. And so I know quite a bit about it. And the reality is, if you're fueling your body properly, you give it a better chance to be able to create the energy it needs to do life. Your body's energy, like literally its fuel source, is food. Food is what is put into your body and is generated and used up to create ATP, which is energy. I'm not going to get into the science behind it, but that's what it's called. And that energy is what is used to literally move and do. And like this is me using that ATP to make my hands go, right? Food provides the necessary building blocks to create the ATP to move your body, my friends. So nourish your body well. Fuel it with fruits and vegetables and lean meats and adequate protein and adequate fiber. And yeah, occasionally a dessert or two, because your girl loves dessert and has appreciation for those who do too. But it is really important that you acknowledge that when you eat in a more healthy and nourishing manner, you do feel better. You do. I promise you, you do. So give your body the best chance by nourishing it in a way that is adequate and fueling and feels good, not in the moment, because of course eating all of the, for lack of a better term, I'm not gonna try to be nuanced on this channel, not yet anyway, junk food. Hate that term, but go to my other channel, Diva and the Divine, if you want to hear more about the nuances of that. But if you eat a whole lot of junk food, it might taste good in the moment, but be honest, does it make you feel good? I'm gonna go with probably not. So nourishing your body appropriately is gonna give you the energy to help you combat chronic fatigue. I promise. And then number 6 is actually kind of a little bonus one because it is so individualized. And this is the part where it's disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. Please speak to your doctor, okay? There are certain supplements that can help depending on what your body needs. Here are a couple of things that I use regularly that help me. Okay, I have found recently that through process of elimination and symptom analysis and all of these things and history of blood work, that iron supplements really help me with my energy. Like really help me with my energy in ways that I didn't even see coming. If I would have known that iron supplementation helped me with my energy in the capacity that it does, I would have started taking them 15 years ago. And that is not an exaggeration. Not an exaggeration at all. Had I known. So now I supplement with iron regularly to make sure that my blood levels are where they need to be, because in previous years I have been borderline anemic. So I need more iron. I use magnesium to help me out, and magnesium taken at night can also help me be more calm and get more deep sleep, which helps with thing number 1, which was sleep, right? Vitamin D is also critical for me, and my blood levels are only within the normal range if I'm supplementing. Therefore, I take a vitamin D supplement and it tremendously helps my energy levels. B vitamins are also super helpful, but CMT or beware. B6 is neurotoxic to us in certain doses. I have literally spoken to my CMT specialist, my neurologist, about what dose he recommends I do not exceed in vitamin B6. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that was the recommendation he gave for me, and I don't want y'all to go and use it as your baseline, your guideline, because it is neurotoxic. However, B12, that's the big energy vitamin too. You got to make sure you get plenty of that in your system. Again, please talk to your doctor if there's any question or any doubt, okay? These are the things that work best for me though. So finding the right supplements and getting into the right supplement routine does make me feel better. It really, truly does. I also supplement with protein powders and protein shakes to make sure I'm getting adequate protein, which goes back to nourish your body and fuel your body well. All of these things stacked up upon one another give me the energy that I need. Generally speaking, there are still bad days, there are still rough days, there are still days that I just can't. But generally speaking, these 6 tips have helped me create energy that is much more sustained, that allows me to get through more of my day with vibrancy, energy, focus, and quite frankly, just a little bit more joy. A little bit more sass. I don't have the energy to be sassy when I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I sleep well, generally speaking. I nourish my body and move my body well. I take breaks when necessary, and I supplement in a way that works for my body. This is how I personally manage chronic fatigue with Charcot Marie Tooth disease. Now I want to hear from you. Do you have any little hacks that you use to manage your chronic fatigue with your illness? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, as I said, give it a thumbs up as it really does help me out. And if you would like to join the Disabled Diva community, if you like what you heard here today and you want to see more of my face, hit that little subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in my next video.